millions of people will follow this path this year, executing every step of the ritual with precision. They will pay for the animal, ensure the cut is halal, and distribute the meat exactly according to the manual. But when the days of Eid end, they return to the same anxieties and the same habits they had before they started. Minutes after the sacrifice is finished, you are back on your phone, scrolling through notifications. The stress about your work, the obsession with your bank account, and the panic over what people think of you remain exactly where you left them. This image highlights the transactional side of the modern Qurbani. You find the animal, pay the money, and the meat is divided into thirds. The checklist is complete, but while the animal was slaughtered, your attachment to your status or your comfort was never even touched. Consider the emotional cost. You are sacrificing an animal you didn't raise and don't love. It costs you money, but it doesn't disrupt your day. This ease reveals a specific gap. It shows that while you can release a sheep, you aren't yet willing to release the things that actually own you. In this way, the ritual acts as a mirror, reflecting your true priorities back at you. Observing the sunnah is a hollow exercise if you protect the very things that enslave you. You have followed the form of the sacrifice, but you have kept your phone, your image, and your need for control tightly gripped. We think of worship as bowing to a physical statue, but it is actually whatever determines your peace of mind. For many, that master is the device in their hand. If it dictates when you wake up and how you feel about yourself, it has taken the place of a god. These hidden idols show up in the terror we feel at the thought of losing our reputation, or the paralysis that hits when we have to step outside our daily routine. We have built our lives around avoiding the slightest inconvenience. This is the test in your heart. If the thought of losing your job makes you panic more than the thought of losing Allah's pleasure, then the job is what you actually worship. You have given your security to something that can be taken away. We try to fix this by doing more. We add extra prayers, we fast more often, and we increase our charity. But 1,000 extra deeds are rendered weightless if the heart is anchored to a worldly attachment you refuse to sever. Building more worship on top of an unaddressed attachment is like trying to raise a skyscraper on a faulty foundation. No matter how much you add to the top, the structure will crack because the weight is resting on something that cannot support it. Spiritual stagnation is rarely caused by a lack of deeds. It is caused by the thing you are holding so tight that it blocks your connection to anything else. Ibrahim's life provides the benchmark for how this works. His ultimate test was not a matter of blind obedience. It was an evaluation of his heart's deepest loyalties. Allah asked him to sacrifice Ishmael, the son he had prayed for over the course of a century. The request came just as the boy was reaching manhood, exactly when Ibrahim's love and hope for his son's future were at their peak. Ibrahim did not negotiate or ask for a different path. He understood that nothing, not even his own child, could share the space in his heart reserved for his Creator. This is what sacrifice actually achieves. It is the proof that you are free. When you can let go of the thing you love most because you are asked to, you prove that nothing in this world owns you. Closeness to Allah is not found in ease. It is found through the conscious willingness to release the things that compete with Him for your attention and your peace. For these 10 days, stop trying to cram in more deeds and start identifying what you are afraid to lose. Focus on what you need to release rather than what you need to add. Look at where your mind goes when you are idle. What are you constantly checking, and what loss makes you feel life isn't worth living? That is the thing currently owning you. If you are addicted to your phone, lock it away for 10 evenings. Force yourself to sit in the silence and truly feel the discomfort of being without that constant distraction. If you are obsessed with how people see you, admit a weakness or a flaw to someone you respect. Break the image you've worked so hard to protect and see that you survive without their approval. If you are clinging to your own plans, write them down and hand them over. Acknowledge that your path is subject to a higher will, and stop asking for approval of your own desires. you can sacrifice 1,000 animals and remain exactly who you were. The shift in your life only begins when you loosen your grip on the things that actually cost you something to lose. That is the only way to prove that nothing owns you more than he does.